right. So we're back in that time of the year again, the last quarter, October, November, December. And do we count December? Sort of December, sort of
Reckon
half.
end of the year is like now.
Yeah.
I think between like from here and December, everything's just a blur. Like all the days, all the weeks, everything just merges into one, and then next minute it's the new year. So
Yes, yes. And we were literally talking about the fact that we spoke about just mental health and looking after yourself a year ago
yeah,
today, well, at this stage. Um, and here we are again. Just, I think people are just, it's been a year. In some instances, I can't believe that we're in the middle of October because it doesn't feel like 10 months have passed. But if we look back at the year, it's been a great year. It's definitely been the boxes of what we wanted to tick were there, but it's been hard work.
yeah. I
And
think it's
sometimes you get to
been
the end of the year and you go, didn't
yeah,
happen what I wanted to happen.
yeah. I think for me, especially within like my career and Montague Group, it's been a really defining year
It has.
for me in my career as an individual, I think, as well. So
Yeah.
it's been not the year has not been what I expected, and it's been so much better than what I anticipated. But like I'm exhausted. We're coming
Yes.
to the year, like all the hard work is paying off. But yeah, it is. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we are that mental health and everything like that, and I think it's that episode's probably well worth re-listening to, and I
Yes.
probably should because I know
Yes.
that there was a lot of things that came out of it. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I was talking the other day to somebody, and I'm like, yeah, like September, and they're like, no, Taylor, mid October, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
mid
Yeah.
October.
Mid-October. And we're already planning for 2025. That's where the next step is. And even if it was a bad year and you're tired, or if it was a really good year and you're tired, you get to the stage where you almost feel like, just get us across the line, get us across the line. And it's that getting it across the line is building that resilience and just putting it in for that very last push, and then having a bit of a break, hopefully, over the December holidays.
Yeah.
And then starting afresh for 2025. Holy
That's
camoly,
so
that's gone
crazy.
so fast. So just in terms of where the market is, and we spoke about where we can add a bit of value into, for the podcast, for people just to go, okay, where's the market sitting this time of year? Not a lot of people start looking around. It's almost like, oh, if I have a bonus, or if I'll stick it out to the end of the year. So there's definitely maybe less applications to roles, but there hasn't been less roles.
Yeah.
We're still busy. We're still active, in terms of there's work out there. And as we always say, good candidates find jobs. It might just take a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
it's really positive. I'm not sitting here in despair going, oh, what's the market doing? What's happening? Why is it so quiet? It's busy. There's things happening, and there's
Yeah.
exciting things happening now, but there's also exciting stuff in the pipeline,
Yeah.
because of the work that's been put in leading up to this point. So on a federal level,
There's
it's
so many
busy.
opportunities that
Yes.
are
On a state
daily.
level, it's busy.
Yeah.
And on a local level, there's definitely more things moving.
But
Yeah,
also
so don't
that is
despair.
exactly. But I also think too, if you are thinking about potentially looking for a change but putting it off until the new year, I'd
Yeah.
highly suggest looking at what's happening at the moment. There
Yeah.
is a lot of cool things, exciting roles. There's a lot of cool companies out there at the moment, especially like on the Sunshine Coast as
Yes.
well. There's a lot of people looking for really good talent. So I don't think you should wait until the new
No.
year, because these roles are available now and they
Yeah.
won't be available in the new year.
Yeah.
And of course, you always take the chance of what if something better comes out, what if something better comes out. But majority of the time, it is good things are coming out right now. So I would, if you're thinking about putting it off, don't put it off. Definitely see what's out in the market as well. Have a chat to us. We do have some things in the pipeline that potentially could be, coming into fruition soon. That was a little woo woo, but there's a few things coming up across federal, state, local, private, and public
Public.
as well. Even in Brisbane, I I feel like the market just has picked up in Queensland.
Yeah.
And from who I'm speaking to, Queensland seems to be where it's all happening at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. There's definitely positivity in the air. And the other, I think the other reason to not necessarily delay until the new year to start putting feelers out and start having conversations. The one thing that we have seen is that the recruitment process is taking longer.
100%.
And the reason we're finding is that clients are being very selective. So they are wanting to have 90% of the boxes
Yeah,
ticked, and they're prepared to wait for the right person instead of just hiring. So
yeah,
that whole cycle is taking longer than it used to. So if you're thinking, oh, if I'm starting to look in January, I'll have something by February, maybe not.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's another reason to just start putting the feelers out, start making those connections, having the conversations. And if you then have to update your resume, work on the formatting of the resume, that all of that takes time, and it's time that you have to put in additional in the evenings or early mornings before work.
Yeah.
So, yes, don't delay, start having the conversation, start looking around. And even if you're not sure, have a conversation.
Exactly. I was just about to say that if you're kind of umming and ahhing whether this might be a good opportunity for you, there is no time wasted in applying, having a conversation, and then figuring out if it's the right role
One
for
for
you
you.
or not.
Correct.
Speak to us. If you get an interview, speak to the client. There's that's what I tell people. It's better to have all your options than zero options,
Yep.
and it's better to rule in than rule out
Correct.
as
And the
well.
same
So
for clients as well
yeah,
is if you're thinking of expanding on the workforce, hiring new people. We're doing that with the client at the moment, just sitting down with them, looking at their workforce. Where can people fit in? What are the talents that you're looking for? Where are they? Should we adjust your expectations in terms of can you find this person for this salary?
mm,
just just had a client that have gone through that whole process with us, and absolute kudos to them. They've reflected and came back and said, okay, we really can't change what we need from this role, so we're prepared to pay more,
yeah,
which is
incredible.
amazing. Really, really, really amazing. It's a
Yeah.
great organization. So it's that, but that took 6
Oh,
weeks,
yeah, yeah,
7
probably.
weeks, because
Yeah,
the role changed, and then we submitted people, and then so it was a trial and error. And now we're at the stage of actually, no, what we wanted in the original case was right, but
yeah,
we realized that the salary was too low. So now we're here, but we had to go through that whole market exercise
mm,
really to get to that point. So, again, it just takes a little bit longer, and it's good to have a conversation to understand what are the talents available, what is the specific skill set that you're looking for, is
yeah,
that available, and are your expectations in line with where the market sits?
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, 100%. And
Mm.
I think through the market's ever changing, it's constantly
Constantly.
changing. So
Yeah.
what might be available, what could have been available 2 months ago is not necessarily the case right now. So
Correct.
yeah, it's all about timing, having those conversations, also being open, both candidates and clients, to experiencing what's in the market. And if we see a candidate that's good, but their cultural fit is perfect, they'll be spot on culturally. But again, if they fit maybe 70 to 80% of that, I think, to again, not ruling out ruling in, having that conversation. And I'm working with a client at the moment, and they're very much, we want the right cultural fit. We can teach the skills, we can't teach the culture. So they're also open to, they're looking for somebody senior, but they're also looking, if it's the right person, they're happy to take on someone a little bit more junior to then step into that role.
Right.
So I think, we've got a mix of clients at the moment that offer sort of a range of services who are looking for totally different things. So we've got the diversity happening.
100%. I was just going to add into that. So at the end of this month, we're launching our Montague Match.
Yes.
It's a newsletter, and it's really just aimed at providing a short synopsis on talent that's available in different areas. We're doing it across Australia, to for clients to have a read and go, wow, oh, that looks interesting. Let's have a conversation. But then also for candidates, any of our really big jobs that we're working, we'll do a newsletter monthly just to go. And we're calling it the Montague Match because we're matching that human connections. So again, that's just another way to give you a bit of an insight as to what's happening in the market on a monthly basis, in our experience.
Yeah, who's available, what
Yes.
opportunities are available. If you want to sign up for that, we'll pop the link in the show notes.
Yep.
Or jump onto our website and you can pop in your details there to send that out.
Cool.
Yeah, that's very exciting. We've got big things happening.
Big things happening. Yes, we're excited about the end of the year, towards the end of the year, but also for 2025. And it's not doom and gloom. Definitely not. It's
No,
positive.
up and up.
Up and up.
I always butcher sayings, but
No,